Hi there, my name's Michelle and thank you for coming back to my Woolly Mumpkins channel. Hi as well if it's your first time. Please do like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the woolly fun that we get up to. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on making a granny stitch cowl. Now, as ever, the granny stitch is one of the most noticeable, one of the most recognisable stitches in the world of crochet, and it's not that hard, but if you don't know how, it's not that easy either, is it? So here we go. I'm going to show you from start to finish how to make one. When I say start to finish, I'm going to show you each stitch. You don't really want a full 3-hour video of me making this, do you? So today I'm using my leftovers. I'm using leftovers of Serda Snuggly Baby Bamboo in a double knitting weight. I'm using a 4.5 crochet hook, and I'm just using these for the video, and also because I'm teaching a lovely lady called Louisa how to work this stitch. So I thought I'd get on with it with colours that I know. I've got them in different shades so that if you find it hard to see things in the light, then maybe the darker colours will be better for you, so you can fast forward to those. So we're going to start off with our natural colour, cream. I think it's natural. What is it, bamboo? Yes, bamboo. It's 80% bamboo sourced viscose and 20% wool. Should have been showing you that, shouldn't I, rather than just reading it to myself. So this is going to give a lovely warm and natural feel to our finished product. So we're going to get a hook, and I've noticed that I've got a knot there, and rather than take up time on this video, I'm going to leave the knot in and work one stitch past it. There we go. So I'm just tidying my area up so that you can see, and let's get in a bit closer. So we're going to start off with a slip knot. So we put our yarn down, we make ourselves a loop, we make sure that our working yarn is on top, put our left thumb and finger through the loop, grab the working yarn, and we can hold on to it whilst pulling the working yarn. And there you go, we've got ourselves a loop. Put our hook through the loop. If I'm going too fast for you, by the way, it's because I've got other videos showing you how to do this. YouTube does have a feature in the settings, which I think is up in your top right, where you can make the video go faster, you can make it go slower, so that you can have it at your own pace. So we're going to be dropping our waste yarn down here. Our waste yarn is the bit that is not attached to the ball. Our working yarn is the yarn that is attached to the ball. Okay. So this is more of a recipe than a pattern, because if you want a nice tight fitting cowl, I would suggest you do less chain stitches. But if you want a loose cowl, or maybe even a cowl that's so loose that you can put it around twice, wrap it around your neck twice, then you're going to need to do at least double the stitches I do, possibly treble. So we're going to make some chain stitches. So catching our yarn, bringing it through, and that's one chain stitch. And then we just continue to do that. Catch yarn, bring it through, catch yarn, bring it through. Now, you can either do this counting, or you can just go by length. So I will count. We'll see how we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, make sure that your stitches are fairly loose. I'm just unraveling some yarn as I talk to you. Fairly loose, because we're going to be crocheting into these, and our first 2 rows are always the hardest because of how tight the work. It's a combination of how tight the work is, and you don't really have a base, a foundation to hold on to when you're working. Whereas past row 1, every row gets easier then because you've got more fabric to hold on to. So we were up to 20, and as you can see, that's made about 12 centimeters. So we're going to need at least 80. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. And if you notice, as I'm working, although I'm holding the fabric that I'm making with my thumb, my left hand thumb and second finger, as I'm working the next stitch. That's gone a bit tight there, so there we go. You'll notice I'm pulling the work down, but then letting go and catching up onto the new work. So here we go. So 52, 53. See how I'm moving up? 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Now I feel like my counting's messed up, but I'll count it all again at the end. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. Let's just undo some more yarn. 79, 80. Okay, so let's have a little look at this. Let's go back a bit so you can see it all. There we go. So for me, that's going to be enough. So I'm going to literally put this over my head now, make sure it fits. So I'm going to turn this, you're going to see me. Hi, it fits. You see I've got a nice bit of give here as well. There we go. So, so we need our chains to be as close to multiples of 3 as we can. So I'm going to do one more stitch to get to 81. Because from the next round on, we're going to be working in groups of 3 trebles. So we're going to slip stitch into our very first stitch there, but we have to make sure, so I'm going to bring this back so that you can see what I'm talking about. We don't want this to be all twisted around, because if it's twisted, so let's get it straight first so that I can show you how lovely it is straight there. So if it's straight, we can work into the stitches really nicely. But if it's twisted, you will come to a point when this joins here, you'll forever have a twist in your work. So if you can picture what I'm trying to say, will always have like an infinity cowl shape, which is great if that's what you're going for, but that's not what we're going for in this video. So I make sure that my chains are all facing the same direction, which I've had to do off camera. There you go, if I bring it over so you can see they're all the same way. Yep. Then I can pick up and put my hook through the very first, so I'm going to take it out again so you can see, the very first chain stitch that we worked. Okay, so we've got 2 stitches on our hook. We're going to take our working yarn, we're going to catch the working yarn and bring it through the first stitch, and then we're going to bring it straight through the second stitch, and there we have joined our work so that it's now in a loop, and we're going to be working in a circular crochet fashion now. Okay, so from now on, because we're going to be going around and around in one direction, each row is now called a round. Okay, so here we go. Our very first stitch will be 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and the reason we've done that is to get us the height of a treble stitch. So now we're going to work a treble stitch. Bring our yarn around the hook, put our hook through the same stitch that we joined our foundation row to. So we're going to put our hook into the same hole, catch the yarn, bring it back. We've now got 3 stitches on our hook. Oh, I've forgotten where. I'm still zoomed out. There we go. Let's zoom in. Okay. Do you want me to go back? I'll go back. So we're going to put our yarn around. Going to put our hook into our work, catch the yarn and bring it back. And we give it a little tug because we want it to be nice and loose. This is the height of the stitches that we want. Our 3 chains are there, look. So we're going to catch our yarn and bring it through the first 2. And then catch our yarn and bring it through the second 2 stitches. And we've worked our first treble stitch. Okay, now we're going to work another treble stitch into the same hole. So I'm just going to use my naked eye to make sure. Yes, I have gone into the same one, because although it looks like it's going over there, that's the base of these 3 chains there. Okay, so another treble stitch, yarn around, into the hole, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2. And there we go, we've got our first fake treble there, which is actually 3 chain stitches, followed by 2 real trebles, all into the same hole there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, and then our 3rd stitch, we're going to work 3 trebles into it. So yarn around, into the work, catch the yarn, bring it back to the front, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, around the hook, into the work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, around our hook, into our work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2. And we've worked our second. Now these are called, once the 3 stitches are finished, they're called treble clusters. And we've worked our first full true treble cluster. This one is a fake treble cluster because it's got those 3 chains. So now we're going to continue all the way around until we get, we're going to go all the way around here until we get close to our original 3 chains. Okay, so 1, 2, into the 3rd stitch, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into the work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2. So I'm just going to unravel some more yarn from my ball, or my cake. When they're this shape, they're called cakes. Although cheese, when it's that shape, is called a wheel, isn't it? A wheel of cheese. I think I like the sound of a wheel of yarn. Okay, so let's work our 3rd treble now into this treble cluster. So yarn around, into the work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2. Now, I'm aware that some of you find it hard to see on light background, so let's get my little bees right here and put them there. And now we're going to count 1 stitch, 2 stitch, go into the 3rd stitch. So yarn around, into our work, catch the yarn and bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into the hole, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, hook into our work, catch the yarn and bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, 1, 2, 3, put our hook into the work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into the work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into our work, catch the yarn and bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2. See how it's building up? Now, for those of you who still can't see it, we're going to be working 2 rounds in this colour, and then we'll move on to one of the darker colours. So I'll possibly do this one. I'll do the paler. Let's have a little look. Yes, I'll start with the purpley. I'll start with the lilac-y colour, and then we'll move through the colours. Okay. So let's continue. 1, 2, 3. So into our work, catch the yarn, pull it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into our work, catch the yarn, bring it through. Oh, there we go. Catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into our work, catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work this row now, this round, and I'll meet you back when it's here, okay? So as you can see, I've worked my last treble cluster, and we are back around to the beginning. So it's the end of this round. There's the beginning of our round. We've got 1, 2 stitches, and the third has our chain stitching. So what we do now, we go, right, now we need to zoom in. So there we go. We take our hook, and we're going to do a slip stitch into the top of the 3 chains. So slip stitch is just catching the yarn and bringing it through, and that closes off that round beautifully for us. So let's get this down there so you can see. We'll go back out for a moment. There we go. So as you can see, there's no twist, so it doesn't go like this. And we finished our first round. So to move now, from now on, all of the rounds are going to be worked the same way, which is, let's go in. We're just going to change colour every couple of rounds, and that's purely up to your preference. So we're going to work 3 chains to start off our new round. And then we're going to work 2 trebles into this gap at the base of the 3 chains. See that nice big triangle hole? So yarn around, go through the hole, catch the yarn, bring it back to the front, catch the yarn, go through the first 2 stitches, catch the yarn, go through the second 2 stitches, yarn around into the hole, catch the yarn and bring it back through the hole towards the front, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2 stitches, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2 stitches, and that's our first treble cluster, with our fake treble being the chains of our second round. So now we're going to jump forward and we're going to work into this hole. We're going to work 3 trebles into this hole. Yarn around, into the hole, catch the yarn, bring it back to the front, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into the hole, catch the yarn, bring it back to the front, catch the yarn, bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into the hole, catch the yarn, bring it back to the front, catch the yarn through the first 2, catch the yarn, bring it through the second 2, and there's our second treble cluster. And we're going to do that all the way around into this hole, this hole, this hole, this hole, this hole, and on right to the end. So I'll carry on and do that, and we'll rejoin when I'm about to slip stitch here. Here we are, we've come to the last hole, and our next stitch should be a slip stitch into here, but we're going to be changing colour. So before we do, I'll just show you how lovely this looks. Okay, starting to build up nicely now. Okay, so as I said, this is should be a slip stitch, but because we're changing colour, this is how I change colour so that I don't have to do much sewing at the end. So I do 1 stitch, and that is in lieu of that slip stitch. Then I put let's put it down so that you can see it step by step. I get the end of the new yarn and I put it around. So it's going under the current yarn. So the new yarn is there under there. And what's going to happen is from this point on, we'll be crocheting with the new yarn doubled over for just about 4 inches, 3 or 4 inches. So for about, it's a bit fiddly at the moment because I haven't made the snip, but I'm just talking you through it before I actually do it. So we're going to be crocheting on double the yarn. And the idea is to crochet the last stitch or 2 on double of the cream, but we need to know how much that we need. So let's just get this again. So we get our new yarn to the length that we want, and then we tuck it up tight and we pinch them together. Okay, so I'm holding that now, and actually that we need to hold that there. There we go. So we hold it here, and then we just take our hook out. Right, let's go in. So we are going to undo this. Can you see now? I'm holding that holding the two purple strands together, the two cream strands together. And this is our working yarn, so I'm just going to snip that at this point here. We're going to undo our work until we've got a good amount to crochet in. So I think one more stitch. There we go. Okay, so you pull this tight, and we put our hook back in here. Now, of course, you can use any other way that you choose to change colour. I'm just showing you an option. So we're going to rework our treble. So 1, 2, and then we need the third one. So we put double yarn around the hook, go in and catch double yarn, then back out the front, then catch double yarn, bring it through the first two. It's okay if that one's waving in the wind. We want to keep him towards the back, or her. Right, and then we catch the yarn and bring it through the second. And there we are. We're ready to work our slip stitch now. So we work our slip stitch. Oh, I slipped into the wrong place there. Slip stitch into the third chain of the original round that we worked, and we bring it through, and we bring it through. There we go, and we've changed colour. And then I'm going to get this yarn out of the way so that I don't accidentally crochet into it. And we'll get ourselves, we're just winding up some of the purple. There we go. And we're ready to continue with our next round. So it's 3 chains, but we're using double the yarn. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 trebles into the hole at the base of the 3 trebles. Now, if you can, you continue with that little strand. If you can't, it doesn't matter, because we've worked in our 2 chains in our first treble. 1, 2, keep it at the back, catch the yarn through there. So that's our 3 chains and our first treble, and now we need another treble to complete our treble cluster. So there we go. And then at the back you've got these 2 little bits. You can either sew them in, or once you've washed and blocked your item, you can snip them, because they will be secure now because you've crocheted them in. And then that's how you continue with the cowl. You always work your treble clusters into the next big gap at the bottom there. Now, one mistake that people often make is they will do a treble, particularly if you're inexperienced or new. You'll do this first treble and then you'll think, oh, I've got to do my second treble in this hole here. But no, that's a hole you've just made. You are always working into the row below the one that you are making. So you're making this row, you're working into this row. Or round, sorry. Okay, you're making this round, you're working into this round. Don't be fooled by this hole at any point in this work. It's surprising even experienced people sometimes make the mistake of going into this one. Okay, so as I said earlier, I'm going to be using several of these pastel colours. I will work one more treble. I'll do it slow because I just remembered I said I'd do that at the beginning of the video, didn't I? So yarn around into the hole, catch the yarn and bring it back to the front, catch the yarn and bring it through the first 2 stitches, catch the yarn and bring it through the second 2 stitches, yarn around, hook into the hole, catch the yarn and bring the yarn back to the front, catch the yarn and bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn and bring it through the second 2, yarn around, into the hole, catch the yarn, bring it to the front, catch the yarn and bring it through the first 2, catch the yarn and bring it through the second two. And there we have it. So all the best with your cowl, and if you've got any questions, please do ask them in the comments below. Tell me what colours you're using, tell me what yarn you're using. I'd like to picture it. And if you're on Instagram or Facebook, please do tag Woolly Wumpkins in your photographs, because I love to come and ooh and ah over your lovely creations. So I'll just leave you now with a few pictures of the finished item. And if you'd like to buy the yarn from my shop, I don't sell this bamboo yarn, but I do sell some alpaca that would be lovely with this, and I sell some absolutely divine merino in a double knit that would be so soft and gentle against your skin. You're gonna love it. So that's www.woollyWumpkins.co.uk, or pop into our shop, which is the lewiscollective.co.uk, or just Lewis Collective, 2 Hannah Street, Porth, CF39 9PU. And until next time, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye. There we go, here it is. We're on the very last stitch. Isn't that lovely? So let's do that stitch. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do it on this video, but you could, there you go, you could continue to put a little border at the top and then go back down here, because you may feel that this first row is a bit gappy. What you can do, you can go down here and pick up the stitches. You can do some what we call in the UK double crochet. So let's bring this closer to the camera. There we go. So I did a chain stitch, and then you're going to work into the top, so that the top of the treble stitch, the 2 strands of the top, your hook is going under both of them. Catch the yarn, bring it through. Catch the yarn, bring it through 2 stitches, and then into the next one. So we're going through the top hole there, top hole, in, catch the yarn, bring it back to the front, catch the yarn, bring it through both stitches. I'll do another one. There we go. So we've just done a couple there. So if I take that out so you can see things a bit more clearly. So it gives us a nice tidy finish on the edge, like a border. So you would do that, you do 1 round at the top, you could do 2 rounds. That would look pretty as well. And then you do the same down the bottom. You just turn the work around. So I'll use other yarn just to highlight. You would pick a spot and you would go into the very first row of chain stitches, bring your yarn through. Just for 1 stitch you hold the yarn doubled, then we drop the back yarn, the waste yarn, and we move on to the next stitch. You put our hook in, we catch the yarn, bring it back, catch the yarn, bring it through all of the stitches on our hook, into the work, catch the yarn. There we go. So I'll do a couple more so that you can see how nice it can look. There we go. So you'll have a nice border along the bottom. I would be inclined to do it in the cream colour. You can do it in any colour you want to. And that gives you the same neat edge at the top as the bottom, if you're that worried about it. But if this is your first piece of work, I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna leave you now with this beautiful image and a couple of photographs, and I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me for this tutorial. Please do remember to like and share and to subscribe, and drop me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. Tell me how it's gone. Have you finished? Is it on Ravelry? I'll pop over and I'll give it a like. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you with my next tutorial, or maybe with my woolly shenanigans that go on at my shop. But anyhow, see you soon. Bye. Our finished cowl. I've added a couple of the rows there in the cream, like I mentioned, and I've added a couple of rows at the top there as well. So I thought I'd do just a little finishing video rather than photographs, because I just wanted to say how you can see that it pulls in a little at the top and the bottom, which I allowed for because the double crochet stitch is, there are not as many gaps, it's not as loose. So that was something that I knew would happen and that I allowed to happen. I prefer it to come in a bit than to be open and gapey. So of course you do whatever it is that you prefer to finish it off, and we'll see you soon. Bye.